those of you interested in vans. I thought I might, I've been thinking about this a little bit, and I thought I might do things a little bit different. It seems like at the end of the month I go, oh man, you know, my videos on this site are already 4 weeks old. I need to make one about what I've been doing. And it's kind of rush. I thought maybe for my February update I'd start in January, like today's the 12th. I thought I would just start video in little sections of what I'm doing as I go, and then put them all together at the end of the month for my update video for the next month. So if you remember my last video, I was working on the exhaust system, and I did get it installed. It went together fairly easy, a lot easier than I thought it would. I just thought I'd quickly show it to you. So I'll get underneath the rig here and show it to you. This is, of course, the exhaust tailpipe. And let's see if you can see it. See, it winds around, goes up over the axle behind the shock. There it is. Get down underneath here. And then you can see the muffler up there. And I put it together. I cut the old one out, and I was real careful about saving as much of the pipe as I could in front of the muffler up there by the catalytic. You can see the catalytic converter. And I was able just to reinstall right over top of everything without extending anything. I left enough material, and so it all worked out. I have, if you see right there on that pipe, I have that's a 2 3/4 inch pipe clamp. And then down there in the front of the muffler, I don't know if you can see it from here, that's a 3-inch pipe clamp. And I have it set up to where if I, as I'm driving down the road and stuff, if it starts to bump on things, I can loosen those pipe clamps up and readjust the angles of things. So, you know, for clearances. The main thing I was concerned with was making sure that this pipe here, the exhaust tailpipe, come out, you know, dropping at an angle so that gravity feed any moisture out of the system. And I might put something decorative here on the end. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, I thought I'd show you that, and I'd show you what I'm moving on to next. This is all in preparation for getting smog checked. So now I'm going to do a tune-up on the engine. I've got the parts for it, just the basic stuff. But I wanted to show you this. This is kind of cool. This is CRC, guaranteed to pass. You put this in your gas tank, you know, like you would mystery oil or seafoam. And it's designed to do a complete clean on the fuel system, especially the catalytic converter. Now, while I had my muffler off, I looked up in that catalytic converter and it didn't look too bad. So this is, you put this in, one of these in 16 gallons of gas or less on a tank. Or if you've got a tank that's bigger than 16 gallons, you're supposed to put 2 of these. My tank is right around 30 gallons, but I'm just going to put one of these in and put 16 gallons in and run it. So that's one thing I'll do. But before I do that, I'm going to change the oil filter, do the plugs, and the air filter, so the engine can all breathe properly. And then I'll do the CRC, guaranteed to pass, through the gas tank and drive it a little bit. And these here are the headlamps. One of my high beams is out, so I bought one to replace that. Then I bought a backup for a high beam and a low beam in case down the road I want to build up a little bit of extra parts. And I just wanted to talk about that just a little bit about. I've never had a car payment. I've never had a new car. Everything I've had all my life has been usually around 10 years old or older, and I've done well. I mean, it has its good side and bad side. The best thing is there's no car payments. That's what I like most. I have never been able to bring myself to make a car payment. But anyways, these older vehicles, they're pretty simple. I mean, the components are, you have an engine and transmission, and you take care of those, and the brakes, those type of things. If you have any mechanical skills at all, I'm just a shade treatment mechanic, but I can do those things. You can keep an older vehicle running pretty reasonable. Yes, you will spend money on it monthly or every couple of months, but you know what, you won't have that big car payment, and of course the insurance is a lot cheaper, especially since you own the vehicle outright. If you just want to carry the basics on it, you don't have to pay for all that comp and collision and everything. And that's how I pretty much have looked at it all my life. But anyways, that's what I'm going to do with this vehicle. I've had vehicles way worse than this one as far as mechanically, and you just take your time and bring them up to par. So I had a Dodge van one time I bought really cheap. It was just a panel van, and everything looked good on it, and I lost the rear end in it. So I spent about, I don't know, I spent twice the money on the rear end that I did on the vehicle. I think I spent like $800 on the rear end. I bought the van for $400 or $500. But after that, I had a pretty solid rig, and I drove it all over the western United States. So once you get the kinks out of an older rig, and you learn how to maintain it, keep your fluids and everything changed every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, they'll serve you well. And of course, yeah, you'll have to put some money into it. But if you can't afford to buy brand new, then this is your options. Anyways, I'll cut the video off right there. I don't want to make it too long because I'll be adding more to it as I go. After I get this doghouse off and do some engine work, I'll show you that. Okay, catch you later. Bye. I thought I'd make a quick video or segment to add to this video on how I clean the carpets in this van. I thought I was going to steam clean the carpets, but this has worked out pretty good. I got this little Bissell, basically it's a furniture cleaner. It works for cleaning furniture and stains in carpets and things, but I used it on the whole thing, and I'll just show you quickly how I did that. You turn it on, it's a wet vac is basically what it is, but in this tank on this side you put your chemical spray, and you use this nozzle has a spray on it. You see it right here, see the spray nozzle, and so you lightly spray the surface of your carpet, and you put a little bit extra on wherever the stains are at, and then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to scrub with these brushes, but for a bigger area that's kind of a slow way to do it. So what I did was I let it soak for about 5 minutes, and then I would use this brush here, just a regular scrub brush, to scrub the area. I put not a lot of pressure, but I put pressure on it. You can see the stains and stuff come up. And then when you're done scrubbing the area, then you take this and you turn it on, and you vacuum the dirt out. If I can show you here, you'll notice that it really sucks up the dirt really good. So in some spots I might have to do that a couple of times to get it clean, but this is an older, well-used carpet, so it's not going to be perfect, but I got a lot of dirt out of this. In fact, if you look at some of the snapshots I took, you'll see a picture of these two chairs. I took completely out of the van and completely cleaned using this method. And if you look at the tank, the pickup tank, in the view, you'll see the dirty water in the bottom, about 1/4 of it, and that's all come out of those chairs. So I just thought I'd add this video just to show you that an option that you can use to clean the inside of a vehicle. Of course, if you had a newer vehicle and you had one of these, you could stay on top of dirt and spills before they got ground in. A lot of this here in this carpet's ground in, so I'm not going to be able to restore that, but I'm going to be able to get it clean. So I thought I'd end this video for what was accomplished during the month of January, my February update, with just a quick walk around of this vehicle. What I accomplished was, of course, I finished up that muffler, because I didn't quite get that done the month before, but I got the engine serviced, changed the oil, the air filter, the plugs. I pulled the plugs, decided not to change them. This vehicle had a mechanic who gave it to me. He had serviced the vehicle in 2009, got a smog certificate on it, so he can completely service the engine, put new plugs and everything in it. It was driven about a little less than 300 miles, and then it was put in storage, and it hadn't been driven since. So he told me that to pull the plugs and look and make sure they were clean, but if they were clean and things running so good, just not worry about changing the plugs. So I serviced all the fluids and, of course, changed oil and filter and air cleaner and that type of stuff, but I didn't change the plugs. I leave the ones in there that were there. So that's been done. Then I started cleaning the carpets, and I'll just show you that real quick, which entailed I removed all the seats. Well, I just had these two front seats left, and I removed them, and of course you've seen pictures of the doghouse and everything off. I've put all that back, and then I got my carpet cleaned, and it turned out pretty good. There's a few stains I couldn't get out, but for the most part it's clean, it smells good, and it'll be acceptable for what we need this for. I decided I was going to redo all this woodwork, because it's, you know, it's faded and got some wear and tear on it, but after I took everything off and cleaned it all up, it turned out pretty good, and it's not perfect, and my main goal right now is just to get this rig on the road so I can actually use it, and if I want to down the road detail these things out, I can. I still got to remove that decal. It's a little bit tougher when I got all the rest of the decals on here removed. So another thing that I accomplished was, it's not completely done yet, but I worked on it so it's workable, is I took these running boards because they've been beat up quite a bit. You can see I have some fiberglass repair to do on it, but they're pretty much just barely hanging on the vehicle and flopping, so I went underneath there and rebraced them up, and so now they're really sturdy. So anyways, that's the conclusion of this video, and next for this next month I get accomplished getting this vehicle insured and smog, so I can fund, and making videos on, they make videos on vans, van camping, van dwelling, and you learn a lot. If you're interested in any of that, if you go to my playlist on this channel, some of the ones that have helped me out, or given me ideas, I have saved, and you can watch them. There's one on there with a guy with an older Chevy van. I can't remember his name now, and I apologize for that, but I really thought the way he did his bed across the back was really cool, the way it folded up into a bench, and that's probably what I'm going to do. I still have a lot of minor things to fix. Got to get a radio in here or whatever I'm going to put. I might put a Garmin or something up there, I don't know, and I got to replace that switch, but pretty much it's getting there. So again, I want to thank you for watching, and be sure to share, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you later.